keep engine temperature steady by controlling cooling to just the right amount. This is the decisive principle behind BIA's Visco fan. The Visco fan controls airflow through the radiator to precisely the amount needed. Key elements of the Visco fan clutch are housing cover, drive plate, clutch body, solenoid, and flanged shaft. Now let's examine somewhat more closely the design of the Visco fan clutch. The drive plate is rigidly attached to the flanged shaft. Engine drive torque is directly transmitted to this. The plastic fan rotor is permanently fixed to the clutch housing, consisting of clutch body and cover. Circulating silicon fluid transfers torque between these two assemblies. A lever at the drive plate acts on a valve to control the fluid circuit between reservoir and working chamber. The silicon fluid can flow from the reservoir to the working chamber and back to the reservoir through two bores, the return bore in the housing cover and the supply bore in the drive plate. The valve lever is controlled by the engine management system by way of pulses from the solenoid. The Hall sensor signals fan speed at all times to the engine management system. A control system directs a pulse width current to the integrated solenoids. The magnetic field pulses act on the valve lever and control fluid flow in the system. The valve opens and fluid flows through the supply bore into the working chamber. The fluid flows back to the reservoir through the return bore. The pulsed movement of the valve lever modulates the flow of silicon fluid in the working chamber. With the Visco clutch disengaged, the fan rotor just rotates at idling speed. Drive torque from the flanged shaft, drive plate assembly is transmitted via the frictional force of the silicon fluid to the housing fan rotor assembly. The more fluid there is in the working chamber, the greater the speed of the fan rotor. Even with the working chamber completely filled, there is still a difference between drive shaft speed and rotor speed, referred to as slip. The Visco fan, peak performance for vehicle air conditioning and engine temperature. From BIA.